Hello, we're a team of investigators hired by the city of New York to solve the murder of Amanda Goldberg. Amanda Goldberg was discovered in the morning by her fiancé, Brian Walker. After calling the police, the murder cause was determined as asphyxiation. However, a finger was missing on her left hand. It was also the finger where her engagement ring was. The police made a list of suspects. The first suspect they thought was the husband, but the husband was found to be in the TSA line in Chicago way before the time of death. The second suspect was Alec, her Uber driver from the night before from her bachelorette. His results were inconclusive. The third suspect was Giselle LeBlanc. Giselle LeBlanc was rumored to be Brian Walker's mistress, but those have not been proved yet. The fourth and final suspect was Chuck Miller. He was the bartender at the bar that they were at last night, and he was seen putting stuff in her drink. He is also her ex-boyfriend. Now, with all this evidence in front of us, who do you think will be the murderer?
Hello, I'm Max Solmer. I'm a blood expert for the NYPD. I'm investigating the case of Amanda Goldberg and her missing finger. During the murder investigation, there were two types of evidence used: blood spatter and blood typing. When we looked at the crime scene, the only blood present was Amanda Goldberg's. Her blood type was AB positive. The only blood found was on the carpet next to her dead body and away from the finger. The blood spatter is particularly interesting because of the way the killer moved. The killer moved slowly, indicated by the small size of the droplets and how equidistant they were apart. The killer's blood droplets were also small, which seems to think they came from the victim's missing finger, along with the missing ring along it. Thank you.
I am the hair expert, obviously.
Firstly, I was hired when I heard the news that Miss Amanda Goldberg was tragically murdered in her own home. The hair evidence found at the scene was a single strand of the victim's red hair. The hair was found on the pillow, so I took it upon myself to examine it in my lab. My research showed that the hair was straight and red. There was no medulla pattern found, and the cuticle pattern was imbricate. The DNA from the hair traced back to the victim. Our other suspects had hair that did not match the strand. Chuck has straight brown hair, Brian has straight brown hair as well, Giselle has curly black hair, and Alec B has no hair. So unfortunately, the hair evidence was inconclusive and will not help us catch this brutal killer. Rest in peace, Amanda.
Hello everyone, I am Professor Al, but y'all can call me Al. Okay, I'm a fingerprint and footprint expert. There's a total of 4 fingerprints found at the scene, being on the doorknob, window, bathroom sink, and pillow. The fingerprints found on the pillow and window were accidental whorls, matching to Amanda's prints, our victim, while the ones on the bathroom sink and doorknob were matched to a fiancé, Brian, with band radio loops. So the fingerprints found were no help in finding out who the killer was, and didn't help exclude any suspects, since Brian and Amanda had been in and out before of that apartment. But while exiting, we noticed there seemed to be a trail of footprints. Bloody ones. And after closely analyzing those footprints, we noticed that they seemed to be in the shape of a woman's high heel. Then, when we looked closer, we believed it to be about a woman's size 8. Those footprints are what helped us exclude many potential victims, being Alec, Brian, and Chuck, due to our assumption that they weren't wearing high heels and the fact that they would not fit into a woman's size 8. Though, our other suspect, Giselle LeBlanc, she happened to wear the same size heel. And that's when we decided to investigate her further.
Hi, I'm Aiden. I'm the toxicology expert from Harvard University. After receiving the data, I ran a toxicology report on the 6 substances that could have been found in the victim's blood. The 6 substances were alcohol, marijuana, fentanyl, rohypnol, cocaine, and opioids. After studying the toxicology report, only 2 of the 6 types of substances tested for had shown up in high concentrations. I have concluded that there were high levels of alcohol in her blood. I have also found traces of rohypnol, which is the drug that causes a person to lose their sense of coordination, have slurred speech, physical weakness, headaches, and respiratory depression in her blood. None of the other substances were tested for were found in the results of the study.
After carefully analyzing all of the evidence and the alibis, our team has come to the conclusion that the suspect, Giselle LeBlanc, has committed the murder of Amanda Goldberg. The strongest piece of evidence during this trial has led us to the conclusion that the footprint evidence is the strongest. After bloody high heel prints were found in Goldberg's apartment, we all believe that Giselle has a motive as well. After discovering that Giselle was in fact Brian's mistress, we believe that she might have been jealous of Amanda and wanted her out of the picture, especially because her engagement ring was found missing from the scene. As they say in Giselle's homeland, au revoir, Giselle.